Good morning and welcome back to Community Couch Time, a daily talk show where we talk about things that are important, things that are happening in our community, in our state, in this country, and internationally. Oftentimes, the topics that we discuss are ones that others aren't talking about. And the question is, why aren't we? And so now a word from Ms. Wallace.
Good morning, great minds and good people. I'm Miss Tiffany Wallace, and thank you for having me for Community Couch Time. Now, let's start the discourse.
During the much needed and much deserved winter break, my family and I stayed home a lot, played board games, and read books. I read Mexican Gothic, a disgustingly great book of horror and love. I also thought a lot about people I care about, hoping that they're also being safe, wearing a mask, and staying COVID free. Before our break, I learned that Ms. Wallace's mom used to have aloe vera plants as well. So I took time to get her the perfect Mexican ceramic pot, and my husband and I planted her a savila, one from our very own garden. My mom gifted us the parent aloe vera plant, and from that one, we now have many little baby ones, and we chose the perfect one for her. So, on this day, we drove from East LA to Inglewood to take a gift to my friend and colleague. It feels good to give something meaningful to the people in your lives. I hope she likes it. I'm about to find out now.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my goodness!
Okay,
Wow.
Can you go here? Okay.
Oh wow! That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh!
It's your aloe vera.
Yes. Oh, this is where my mom used to have it.
Oh, look at, I love it because she looks like she has locks.
Yes.
We chose it especially for you. We both chose it.
That is so
And
sweet.
we put one that's a little bit smaller,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have
Yeah,
you can
like,
grow it.
and I want to learn, like, in terms of how to take care. I always feel like, okay, overwater it, underwatering it because it's a desert plant or it's like a,
He
dry
takes
or
care of
whether
them. What would you
Yeah,
tell her?
you just alternate.
once a week.
A little bit more than that.
More than that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just comes out and he kind of like with the little like spray hose.
Okay.
He kind of like
A little sprinkle.
Yeah, just make sure it's a little moist. So yeah, just keep it.
Keep it moist.
Well, here, check it out. I got you a gift.
Oh, okay, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, you have to see it. You're gonna.
Oh yes, I am. Oh wow.
Nice.
Yes.
This is beautiful, and I love
Wow.
that. It's like I want my t-shirts
Yeah.
and comfy enough to sleep in.
Yes,
And this
indeed.
is like comfy enough.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to Community Couch Time. Kind of exciting. How are you, Ms. Wallace?
I'm doing wonderful, Miss Cardona. I'm so glad we made it through 2020.
Tell me about it.
It's a wild year for everyone. I felt like we shared that experience. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this next journey in 2021.
You're so right about this like collective feeling that we all have, right? Like everyone that I see, whether I know them really well or talk on the phone or whatever, you always kind of have that feeling of like, like we're in this together. Like this is crazy what we've experienced. Like everyone is kind of coming, like we've all experienced a lot together. And this year, this past year, right? This 2020, there's been a lot of loss, and even in 2021 already, it just feels like constantly we hear of folks that we've lost, to other things, and then to COVID, of course, makes it so much more. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy to constantly, be given kind of bad news, either about your own circle and the people around you that you love, or the people around you, losing someone that they care about. And it's been rough. I actually lost my my cousin 2 nights ago. Peter and Naya passed away in his sleep, and so that's something my family is going through. And it really automatically like makes you really think about things that are important, family, people you care about. And so I wanted to share today, or for us to kind of talk a little bit about, the people we care about, and gifts, like gifts that they've given you, gifts that maybe you've given them. And so I wanted to start by sharing this House on Mango Street shirt that was gifted to me by somebody special, by Ms. Wallace. Thank you, Ms. Wallace. I love it. It's so comfy. And it's meaningful to me because spending this time with you this past year has been really special, because you're a special person. And I feel like we have a lot in common in the things that we think, but also because we've shared this really important time in our lives together, which I think for all of you out there, this will be something that, years from now, you'll look back to and feel also very connected to the people that you have, shared this time with. So,
Thank you. I just want to say that, first of all, I'm very sorry for your loss,
thank you.
because, like we've shared together, we've experienced loss together through this time. And it's really hard, because when people leave, they leave a library with them,
Yes.
of the things that they know and they've learned and they've experienced, but also what they've shared with us. And I'm very grateful to have shared this time with you. And thank you so much for having me on Community Couch Time, because it's a chance to talk about these issues that, we know other people are going through, but to give our own perspective. And you're a very special person. You've mentored me a lot.
Thank you.
And I thank you, because I'm learning so much about education and also in talking and sharing how to deal with things better. And your beautiful plant that you gave me, and you said you would, and you did, the gorgeous aloe vera, and I haven't named her yet, but yesterday I bought a book called How Not to Kill Your Houseplant.
Wow.
Really wanted to make sure she was okay.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And so they have some instructions about how to take care of aloe vera. And the location and the light and the watering, and if it looks like it's sick, how do you heal it? And in these times where we're talking so much about illness and healing, having like a care book for how to like heal a plant makes me feel like I have a little more control in that, and like brings more of a joy to taking care of something, and like I know what to do. And so that's
beautiful. That's really great. I love that book. I think I need you to take a picture of that page and send it to us. Even though we have a lot and they're healthy, we have a huge one that is actually like the parent one that has sprouted all the little ones, including the one we took to you. But it would still be really helpful to see if there are certain things we could be doing better. So if you don't mind, if you could share that page with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it talks about insects and how insects prey on weak or stressed plants. So the best way to deal with it is to keep your plants healthy.
Nice. Very smart. So are there any other like gifts in your life, either something that you've gifted to somebody or have received that are really meaningful to you as well, besides your beautiful savila, your aloe vera plant?
Well, so my partner, Dave, he loves Ghostbusters. He always talks about it. He's a huge fan. He's been one since he was a kid. We love different stuff. We always nerd out on stuff together. That's something that bonds us. But he loves Ghostbusters specifically. And so Halloween, what we've often done is go to the Halloween shop the day after Halloween for sales, because there's so many discounts.
Right.
And so Halloween, well, before Halloween, we were looking for things that we could get, and he saw these Ghostbuster goggles and that light up. And he's like, no, it's too expensive, and I just kind of like filed that away. And so then the day after Halloween, my sister and I went back to that shop. They had the goggles. I bought them in
awesome
for the winter holiday this December. So he saw them and he remembered, and he was like, oh, and so it connected the Halloween
Aw.
memories and Ghostbuster love and all of that. So I have been saving that, and I bought batteries so that you could put it in there and it could light up when he got it. So
That's really beautiful. That's really
that,
beautiful. I'm
yeah,
gonna I'll share a gift that
yeah.
was given to me, and it's sort of easy to remember how long ago I received it because it's connected to when my dad passed away.
Mhm.
So my father passed away in 2005, and I'm not sure if I've shared with you, but my dad was he was somewhat of like a medicine man and had a lot of relations with medicine men from both like Mexico and here in the U.S. And so I've learned a lot about like indigenous ceremony with him, and my children are very familiar with indigenous ceremony as well. And so 1 year after his passing, we had a ceremony in Fresno, California, which is where a lot of my family, my dad's family is. That's where when they left Chihuahua, they went to New Mexico, and then eventually, like my dad always says, they followed the grapes of wrath. They came to California and they picked grapes and they picked oranges. And so I have a lot of family that's still there all these years. And so we had a ceremony, and our good friend and elder, his name is Jose Cepeda. He lives in San Antonio. He was a friend of my father's, who is also a medicine person. He gifted this to me that at that ceremony.
Beautiful.
So it's a huichol necklace. And so huichol, yeah, huichol. So the huicholes are from Jalisco, Nayarit, Michoacan, those areas. It's a really large geographical area that doesn't, like the borders are not anything meaningful. Like the people have just been there for many, 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 years, way before, the country was even known as Mexico. And so my dad had a lot of teachers who were Huichol teachers. And so Jose Cepeda, who was also one of those students under those teachers, gifted this to me. So it has some really meaningful elements that are beaded into it, like the deer, the fire, the koa or the serpents, and the eagle or the cuautli, or the and then these are the deer or the masa. And so yeah, so I, every so often will wear my necklace, and makes me feel good, feel powerful. It makes me think of my dad. It makes me think of all of the important traditions that need to be kept alive. And it makes me think of the people who are here right now on earth that are important and have become teachers as well. So I wanted to share that.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. I love it.
It is really amazing, and it's like an artifact, and there's been a push during this last year in 2020 to return a lot of artifacts to indigenous African people, to
Yeah.
indigenous people in the Americas or Turtle Island, like,
Mhm.
because those things, even though they're in museums and a lot of people can look at them, they're also stolen items and
Yeah.
taken. And so for something to be given as a gift is very beautiful and very and incredible, and it's more of a spiritual connection to another person, and it has a more emotional value than something that has been taken away and
Yeah.
taken to a museum. And even in the movie Black Panther, Killmonger talked about that, all
He
of the
did.
things that are there
Yeah.
that are taken.
Yeah.
And so it's important to keep those traditions and to share them when we feel comfortable and when we choose, not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
my family was very kind. My sister and my partner actually did something similar. I had been wanting a toaster oven for some reason because I wanted to make pizza bagels. I don't know. I get fixated on things. I want something delicious.
That's funny because that was my wish list for last not this year, but the year before, and I got one too. For the same reason.
And I
Easy to
was doing
toast things.
the thing. I was like, nah, I shouldn't
Yeah.
get it. It's too expensive. No, I don't really need that. And I saw one, and then, oh no, no. But Julia and Dave, they made a midnight trip or
That's
late
cute.
night trip or something and got it and hid it in a cook. kind of surprise stuff to get it. And they
That's
got me a watch so I don't have to look at my phone.
nice. Very
It's
nice.
just like a chill watch with an abalone shell
Ooh,
cover. I just, I'm like, I don't want to be tied to my phone. So, and I don't, and also in teaching, looking at the phone, it can be kind of distracting, and we tell
right.
students to avoid using it. And so I don't want to feel like I'm on my phone, and even if I'm looking at the time.
That's
And I
true. That's true. Because
so
they don't know. They don't know if you're looking at the time or if you're checking a text message.
da,
Yeah.
da, da, da. Yeah, no. I'm
Yeah.
like, let me just have my watch
Yeah.
here and be on. So
Good example. Very good example.
yeah.
So those are really amazing gifts and very meaningful and thoughtful gifts. And so for today's community couch time, we wanted to ask you out there, what are the gifts that in your life, it doesn't have to be like this year, but in your life that you've received and the gifts that you've given that are very meaningful, and why? Thank you. In la Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.